To help you learn about connectors today, I've set up a single screen with two text inputs and a label. The two text inputs both contain postcodes that I know are nearby each other, and in the label we're going to try and create a formula to calculate the distance between my two locations. In the formula bar, if I try and type in commands such as route or map, they're not available. The great news is, by going to the data menu and add data, and then finally into connectors, you can get access to even more formulas. You can either scroll down the list of connectors or type in a keyword, in my case maps. The Bing Maps connector will give me access to lots of different formulas, all relating to the idea of maps and travel. Be a little wary of any connectors that have the light bulb icon next to them. This means that they're currently in preview and are subject to major changes. But also know that many of these connectors remain in preview without changes for more than a year. Now we select the label again and try once more with our formula. This time if we start to type in the word Bing, we can see Bing Maps is available. It would not have been available until we added the connector. After Bing Maps, we place a full stop and we see a list of all the commands that are available. I know that I want to use the Get Route option to work out the distance between my two postcodes. To refer to the postcodes, after opening a bracket, I then type in the name of the first text input, followed by a comma, and then the name of the second text input. In my case, text input 1, and then text input 2. I then close the bracket and finish by putting a full stop and then selecting the specific information I'm looking for. You can see there's lots to choose from, so often there's a bit of trial and error involved to find the information that you need. By default, this particular example returns its results in kilometres. So it's 4.63 kilometres between my first and second postcodes. By right-clicking on the label and choosing to copy it, and then right-clicking in some space and choosing to paste, I get a duplicate of the label, including the formula. Now all I need to do is change the last word on the end here to work out the duration of that travel. By default, the duration is in seconds. So within less than 2 minutes, I've been able to make two formulas to tell me the distance between two locations and also their estimated travel time. Now let's try in the preview mode for that app. With this particular service, I'm able to type in not just postcodes but also specific locations such as cities from around the world. Here we try working out the distance and the time to get from Leeds to Paris. If you don't like the units of measurements, which in this case is seconds and kilometres, you can actually click back onto the labels that contain the formulas and you can use mathematics. For example, /60 would allow us to work out in minutes rather than seconds. Connectors are a pretty exciting discovery. What it means is we've now got access to hundreds, if not thousands, of additional formulas that we didn't know about before. The great news is Microsoft have created an online guide to help you learn more about connectors, particularly which connectors are available and what commands they can perform. When I use the connectors page online, I like to use Control and F to bring up the find option and then type in what I'm looking for. For example, in this case, I'm searching for map. This jumps me over all of the ones I don't care about, straight to the specific examples that I find interesting. In summary, connectors can give us access to thousands of formulas that we don't have by default. Be wary of connectors in preview as they can change or be removed at short notice. Also bear in mind that connectors can remain in preview for well over a year. Remember to be patient when working with connectors. They can take time to master because there's so many commands, but the rewards are great. This video is part of a series called Your Know-How. Watch other videos in the series to learn more about Microsoft 365.